And for our second and final matchup of the night, the Blue Sonics take on the Green Lanterns. Mark Windy looking to get over the hump. Joe Dayan is looking to maintain his perfect postseason record. As mentioned before, not always here, but when he's here, he does some damage. Opening tip taken by the Sonics, and here's Mark Windy to control the ball. Windy bounce pass to Towel. Towel tied up, and a jump ball is called. Joe Dan showing that veteran know-how from the get-go. Here's Dan. Dan. Stops, kicks it out to Seton. Swinging the ball around. Here's Sardar, the latest addition from this Lantern squad. Hoffman gives to Dan. Physical game from the get-go. Foul is called. It's going to be a side out. Turns to inbound, and he steps back court. And the rookie makes an error here in the early point of this game. And turns it over, steps back court, inadvertently, obviously. And we still have no score. Here's Hassoun. Hassoun gives to Mizrahi. Gets it back to Hassoun. Finds Azar. Azar spins in traffic. Rejected from Hoffman. Picked up now by Davide. Davide gives to Sardar. Sardar, top of the key, hands it off to Seton. To Dan, corner three, in and out. And now Towel. Has it tied up for a moment, but they get the ball out to Gwindy. And no shot, foul is called on Joe Dan in motion as Towel was driving to the hoop. Still no score. And they get it into Hassoun. Hassoun finds Towel. Towel leans in, batted, but Mizrahi there, and there's the game's first basket. 2-0 Sonics. And Erwin Azar wraps up Joe Dan. The foul is called. Dan gets it into Seton. Seton finds Sardar in the corner. Sardar, top of the key. Sardar penetrates, has it batted out of his hands. Last touch by Sardar. It's going to head back to the Sonics. Oh, it's staying this way. Davide inbound. Davide gets it in to Hoffman, finds Seton. Seton, mid-range. Dribble, stops, finds Davide. Three-pointer, no good, back iron. And a rebound by the Sonics. Here's Gwindy. Gwindy throws to the corner to Azar, back up top. Hassoun for three, no good. Rebounded by Dan. Throws it up ahead to Sardar. Sardar backs out the dribble, awaiting his offense to return. But he finds Max Seton. Seton wide open for the mid-range, no good. A little bit too open if you ask me. And now Towel. Towel is going to pick his spot, kicks it out to Hassoun, finds Gwindy. Gwindy lets it fly a long distance. No good, rebounded by Davide. Gives it off to Dan. Dan, bounce pass up ahead, back to Dan. Bang, corner three. Short, no good, rebounded by Towel. Towel slows it down. And has it batted out of his hand from behind. Throws it back to Seton. Open for the easy lay-in. Defense leading to offense. And we're tied up at 2. Now Towel in traffic. Puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Dan. Dan to Sardar. Sardar, left hand up and in. Long three, Azar no good. Rebounded by Hoffman. Dan swings to Hoffman, long three, book it! Dovey Hoffman from long distance. To the corner, wide open Azar, book it. Now Seton gives to Hoffman, bounce pass to Dayan, swatted. Joey Dayan has a three-pointer, rejected by Towel's outstretched arms. Here's Seton. Bounce pass to Hoffman. Gives Davide a fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Mizrahi. Throws it up ahead to Azar. Azar gives it to Gwindy. Gwindy locked up there by Dan. Back to Gwindy. Creating space. The floater, no good off the glass. And Seton throws it up at the Dan. And he dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. Bad bounce for the Lanterns. And a foul is called as Azar was driving the lane. Azar to inbound, gets it into Gwindy. 7-5 game, 17 minutes to go in the half. Gives to Mizrahi. Finds Hassoun. Hassoun. Almost threw it away, but Azar recovers. Mizrahi takes the pass, gives to Towel. Towel lays it up and in. Now Dan. Bounce pass down low to Davide. Foul is called on Towel. Davide finds Sardar for three, no good. He's got a funny release on that shot. And here's Gwindy. Gwindy, step back three. Book it! Mark Gwindy. Had Seton on skates. The step back three to 10-7 game. Now Dan stops, finds Seton down low. Gets Davide, has it batted into the hands now of Dan. Dan in the corner, being doubled. Sardar finds Seton, Seton for two, puts it in. 1 point game, 15:40 to go on the clock. There's Gwindy. Behind the back pass to Azar. Azar finds Mizrahi. And the loose ball is grabbed by Sardar. And a foul is called on Hassoun. This ball is going to stay with the Lanterns. Dan with the ball, down by a point. Dan throws down low to Hoffman. Throws it out of bounds. And now picked up now by the Sonics. Bounce pass to Azar. Nice feed, and it's swatted from behind, but a foul is called on Seton. We don't run that break. Mizrahi steps to the line for two free throws. First one's up is good. And he missed the second, rebounded by Trigger Mike Haddock. Gives to Seton. Davide. Called for the travel. It's going to head the other way. Towel gets it into Azar. 2-point lead with the ball. Azar gives to Towel. Towel through his legs. Euros through traffic. Up and in. 4-point lead for the Sonics. And Joey Dan's fouled. Going to be a side out. Set into Davide. Finds Dan. Jump step, bounce pass down low. Swings, taken away by Towel. Towel kicks it and turns it over back to the Green Lanterns. It's to Seton. Up top to Hoffman. It's to Dan. Back to Seton. Now Hoffman gives to Dan. Dribbling in traffic. Davide. 2-pointer is good. And it's a 2-point game. Here is Gwindy. Gives to Mizrahi. Mizrahi gives to Towel up top. Towel sets up for 2. And it goes out of bounds. Towel saying it was batted. And here's Dan. They can tie or take the lead. To Davide. Sends a man off his feet. Backs it out to Haddad. Finds Seton. To Hoffman. And grabbed by Seton. And Dan, leaner, no good. Ball on the ground and grabbed by Gwindy. Here's Towel. Gets by 1. Kicks it out to Azar and he knocks down the 3. The 5-point lead. And now Hoffman down low, puts it up and in. Now Towel. 2-pointer, knocks it down. Now Davide gives to Seton. Seton to Dan, lines up a 3, puts it in! Joey Dan, with no hesitation, pulls the Terns within 2. Now Gwindy off his feet, throws, gets to Hassoun. Towel steps into a 2, gets the roll. 4-point lead for the Blue Sonics. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Joey Dan gives Davide. Davide left open for 3, short, and grabbed and batted and now taken by Azar of the Sonics. Azar spins, step back, 1-footer, no good. Rebounded by Dan. Dan Puts it up over his head, no good. And that ball's on the ground and now grabbed by the Sonics. Azar gives the towel, head of steam, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Haddon. Haddon stops, pops. No good, short. Mag heads out of bounds. With under 9 minutes to play in the half. Ball back in the hands of the Blue Sonics. Now Gwindy. Screen set by Towel. Gwindy's three-pointer is fouled. And he heads to the line for three. Gwindy creates so much of a matchup problem no matter who's on him. Very tough to stay with him when he's taking those types of shots. He knocks down the first. Second free throw is good. Now under 8 minutes to play in the half. 6-point lead, looking to add on to that at the line. And he hits the trifecta, and it's 23-16. Now Seton. Gives to Hoffman. Taken away by Azar. As he is on defense. Now Gwindy. Gives to Azar, back to Gwindy. Gwindy finds Mizrahi, back to Gwindy. Gets open for three, knocks it down. Mark Gwindy giving the Sonics their largest lead in 10 with under 7 minutes to play in the half. Now Dan. Loses it, regains. Sardar, no good. And taken by Towel. Towel slows it down. Gives to Hassoun. Hassoun finds Azar. Azar to Gwindy. Now Gwindy gives to Mizrahi. Back to Gwindy. Gwindy through traffic, puts it up, no good. But a foul is called on Sardar, and Gwindy is having his way here in the latter stages of the first half. Scoring any which way possible. At the line, from the outside, in the paint. Timeout is called by the Lanterns. Gwindy back at the line out of that timeout. An 11-point lead. Now Dan going to stem the tide. Now Seton kicks it out to Sardar. The travel is called on Sardar. Not what you're looking for. Down 11 in the final 5 minutes of the half. Bounce pass to Gwindy. Deflected by Hoffman, staying this way. Azar throws it backcourt to Towel. Towel kicks back to Azar, lets it fly, book it. Erwin Azar puts him up 30-16. Dan Bounce pass to Seton for 2. Good. 12-point lead now for the Sonics. Windy dribbles out of traffic. Back to the top of the key, under 4 minutes to play. Windy for 3, no good. Rebounded by Dan. Dan throws it to Haddad, back to Dan. Kicks to Seton. Seton hands it off to Dan. Bounce pass to Seton, feeds Haddad. Haddad out to Sardar for 2, no good, short. Rebound into the hands of Haddad, and he's there for the put-in. Important bucket there to pull within 10. Now Towel for the answer, no good. Rebounded by Hoffman. Hoffman gives to Dan. Dan to Hoffman, puts it up, no good. Bats it back up, no good. Rebounded by Gwindy. Gwindy gets tangled up with Dan. The foul is called. Under 3 minutes to play. Davide checks back in. Haddad takes a seat. Backcourt pass to Hassoun. Hassoun has it blocked from Seton. Gives to Dan. Here's Dan, throws it up ahead to Sardar. Tied up and a jump ball is called. Hassoun gets his hands on it, and that ball's headed back to the Blue Sonics. Now Hassoun. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Here's Windy with the ball. Gives to Mizrahi. Throws it back to Hassoun. Towel gives to Windy. Finds Mizrahi underneath. No good. Rebounded by Hoffman. Dan trying to get this deficit under 10 by halftime. Seton for 2, in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Lanterns. And Sardar kicks it back out to Hoffman to reset. Finds Seton, swings to Dan. And he has it taken out of his hands, and they turn it right back over. A minute, 5 seconds to go. It's still 30-20. Sloppy last few minutes of gameplay. Bounce pass to Hoffman. And that ball's last touch by Azar. Going to stay this way with 53.2 to go. Davide gets it into Hoffman. Nose for the basket, he's fouled. Heads to the line for 2. This Lantern squad all looking at each other, waiting for somebody to just step up. Dan's being doubled, waiting for those secondary guys to do their thing, whether that be Hoffman, Davide. Seton has open looks by design. Gotta knock down his shots. And Hoffman's first free throw is good. Second free throw is good. It's an 8-point game. 48 seconds remaining to the half. Low scoring half. Now Hassoun. .25 seconds to go in the half. 10 seconds to go. Has it almost taken away. Here's Towel. 7 seconds. 6. Towel up off the glass and in. As time expires, Isaac Towel with a big-time bucket puts the lead back to 10 as we head to the half. Second half underway. Here's Hoffman. Lanterns down by 10. Not out of this game, but tough hill to climb. Davide gets the set in. No good. Rebounded by Gwindy. Here is Hassoun. Gives to the trailing Towel. Changes hands off the glass. Is good. 12-point lead. Puts it up. No good. Now Towel. We're going to build on this 12-point lead. Blows by one man. Shot deflected by Hoffman. Joey Dan finds the open Hoffman. Straight away 3. No good. Rebounded, grabbed by Gwindy. Gwindy behind his back dribble. Gets into the lane. Up, no good. Tapped up and grabbed by Dan. Fighting for his playoff life. Dan gets it out. They find Seton, bounce pass down low. And he's knocked out of his hands, but it's staying this way. Finds Dan, corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Hoffman. Hoffman coughs it up and throws it away to Azar. Azar up ahead, and he lays it up and in. Hassoun gives them their largest lead of the night. It's 14. And it's a referee timeout cleaning up the wet court. Here come the Lanterns. Dayan, spot up 3, no good. Rebounded by Mizrahi. Here's Towel. Towel swings to Azar for 3. Bang! Erwin Azar. What feels like a back-breaking 3. Now Dayan drives baseline, kicks it out. Feeds to Davide for 2, and it's good. 39-24. Lanterns going to have to pick it up on defense if they want to get back into this game. Gwindy. Bounce pass to Mizrahi. Glides down low. No good. Batted up. No good. Grabbed by Hoffman. Here's Dayan. Dayan for 3. No good. And Gwindy flies in there for the board. Lanterns go on playing on their heels. What feels like since a few minutes to go in the first half. And Gwindy leans into a 3, no good. And Hoffman gets it up top to Davide. Davide to Dayan. He's fouled, no good. No shot. It's going to be a side out. Davide to inbound. Kicks it out to Trigger Mike. Here's Sardar. Finds Dayan. Dayan takes the screen. Throws it back to Davide. Davide to the lane with some English on it and 1. Davide trying to breathe some life into this Lantern team. They're just looking for someone, and maybe that guy is Davide. 39-26, plenty of clock to go. Free throw is good. Back to a 12-point game. Gives to Gwindy. Gwindy stops, turns around, leans up, and 1. Mark Gwindy making it look easy. Spin, floats, gets it to go. Ticky-tack whistle. Now Gwindy at the line, free throw up is good. It's 42-27. Now Hoffman finds Haddad, straightaway three, no good, too strong. Gwindy with the board. Gwindy, stop, turnaround jumper is good. Mark Gwindy feeling it now here in the second half. That's not a good sign for the Lanterns. Dan throws it down low, no good, and Haddad puts it up, and a foul is called. Hoffman's free throw is up and in. Free throw, no good. And staying this way to break for the Lanterns. Setting to inbound, gets to Hoffman, swings to Haddad, Haddad back to Setting, back to Haddad for three, no good short, and Hoffman taps it up, no good, and a foul is called. 13 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Here comes Hassoun. Hassoun lets it fly. Book it! Zach Hassoun giving him a 19-point lead. Dan being frustrated on defense. That magic that the Lanterns had in the second half of the regular season seems to have worn off. Now Davide puts up the two, no good. And two bodies for the Sonics crash the boards, and Towel comes down with it. And they are relentless, looking to go up big. Here's Azar. For three, no good short. Mizrahi with the offensive board. Here's Gwindy. Gwindy feeds to Towel. Towel, two steps, corner shot, Hassoun knocks it down. And their lead is 22, and a timeout is called. And this Sonic team is on fire. Under 12 minutes to go. Here's Dan, down by 22. And they turn it over. It's that type of night for the Lanterns. And Gwindy crosses half court. Gets into the lane, puts it up and in. Mark Gwindy having his way tonight. Gets to Haddad. Haddad baseline, kicks to Davide, swings to Setting for two, and it's good. Back to a 22-point game. Under 11 minutes to play. Towel, easy lane. And he puts it in. Now Setting, throws to Haddad. Throws to Setting down low, puts it up and in. Azar. The screen from Mizrahi for two, no good short. Mizrahi with the offensive board. And that ball stays this way. Mizrahi goes straight to the basket. High off the glass, no good. Gets his own miss, up, no good. Rebounded by Davide. Dayan all the way to the hoop, over his head and in. Wild shot from Joey Dayan. He pulls it within 20. Time is not on their side. Just 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Here's Towel. Gives to Mizrahi. Mizrahi, shot clock winding down. Out to Hassoun. Hassoun. What a shot from Zach Hassoun. Now Seton. Open for two, no good. Rebounded by Gwindy. Long three, no good. Had it with the rebound. Gives to Dayan. Spots up for three, no good short. Seton bats it two, had it. Had it, gives to Davide. Swings to Hoffman. Hoffman for three, no good. They're just throwing up prayers at this point. Bounce pass to Mizrahi. Gives to Towel. Towel. Baseline. Picked up by Davide. And he stopped for two. No good. And it's headed to the Lanterns. Timeout is called. Final 8 minutes in what feels like the funeral for the Lanterns. And what could be the start of something special for the Blue Sonics. And Max Seton is fouled. Heads to the line. Pulls the game back within 20. Free throw no good. Rebounded by Towel. Gets to Gwindy. Here's Towel. Gives to Hassoun. Long three, Azar, no good short. Rebounded Lanterns. Trying to give their last push effort. Had it, swings Hoffman for three. No good, too strong. Not the shot you're looking for from Dobie Hoffman. Hoffman commits the foul on Towel. And they call it travel. Wow. Did not see that one coming. Now Dan. There's Dan. Corner three, no good. Rebounded by Hassoun. Throws it up ahead to Gwindy. Gwindy slows it down. Shot clock at 12. Gwindy, some fancy dribbling, steps into a three. Book it! Mark Gwindy toying with Max Seton. Now had it for three, no good. Rebounded by Sardar. Out to Dan, straightaway three, no good. Nothing is falling for the Lanterns. Towel gives to Azar, back down low, off the glass and in. And it's 61-36. This is a bloodbath. Here's Seton. Hoffman flips it up. No good. Rebounded by Gwindy. Hassoun, the hesitation. Gets a towel underneath him. Puts it up and in. And the lead has ballooned to 63-36. Seton gets the roll. Here's Hassoun, deflected, taken away by the Lanterns. Leans into him, gets the call. Under 5 minutes to play in this game that was all but over, coming out of halftime. Free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. And it's staying this way. Now Hatter gets to Dan. Dan hop step down low and he's fouled. And now this game's getting chirpy between the Sonics and the referees. Free throw is good from Dan. 23-point game. Second free throw is good. Now here's Hassoun, under 5 to play. Fouls committed by the Lanterns. Throws it backward to Gwindy, and there's the touch foul. Gives to Hassoun backcourt. Crosses half court, bounce past the towel, open lane down low, and he puts it in. And here's Dan. Finds Hoffman straight away three, and he knocks it down. 65-44. Gwindy gets it to Azar. Azar throws to Gwindy. Gwindy with 4 minutes to play and a 21-point lead. Three-pointer no good from Gwindy. Now we're under 4 minutes to play. Three-pointer no good. Rebounded by Hassoun. Straightaway three, rims out, rebounded by Steven Mizrahi. Still getting the offensive boards, but he throws it away. And here is Dan. Dan finds the cutting Sardar for the bucket. It's a 19-point game. And a foul is called on Joey Dan. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Foul committed. Free throw is good from Towel. Second free throw on the way is good. Lead back to 21. Here's Seton. Three-pointer is good. And they're back within 18. And Hassoun is wrapped up. Foul called on Dan. First free throw is good. 68-49. Back to a 20-point game. Here's Seton. Three-pointer is good from Haddad. It's under 3 minutes to play. And there's a foul. More free throws. Towel's first free throw is good. Good on the second, 71-52. Under 3 minutes to play. Playing out the string at this point. Hoffman for three. Banks in and out. Rebounded by the Sonics. They throw it up ahead to Towel. They no longer are applying the foul strategy. Gives to Hassoun. Gives to Azar. Looking back to see if they're going to call this. Azar back to Mizrahi. Azar for three, and the game is called. And the Blue Sonics run the Lanterns out of the gym, and they head to the Final Four. And all eyes are on Dennis DeWitt for who he picks to select to face in the semis. Dennis DeWitt just had an opportunity to watch two games.
I didn't watch the first game.
You have a choice between the dangerous Blue Sonics and the upstart Yellow Predators.
Yeah, you will. You have to. Ready? Hello.
Then your deadline, I believe, is tonight?
Tonight about an hour.
All right, then. Or you can do it right now on camera.
No, I still got to talk to a few people.
I remember last year you did it without a shirt on, so
Yes.
you gotta follow that up.
Yes, take it off.